Hey there, restaurant pros. David Scott Peters here, creator of the Restaurant Prosperity Formula and your coach. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever heard the phrase garbage in equals garbage out? You know what that refers to, right? If you use the wrong numbers in any formula, software, spreadsheet, don't care what it is, you'll get bad results. And when it comes to running a profitable restaurant, it couldn't be more of an accurate statement. So when it comes to restaurant management systems, how would you like to know a basic approach to assess your restaurant health and have the right numbers at your fingertips? Well, stay with me and I'll share it with you in just a moment. Hey, if you like tips and tricks like this, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and oh yeah, that bell, so you're notified when my next video tip comes out. And for more tips and tricks for running a profitable restaurant or to hear restaurant owner success stories, make sure you tune into my podcast, Restaurant Prosperity Formula, found on all the popular podcasting services. When it comes to tracking your numbers accurately so you can use them to steer your restaurant towards a strong financial position, a future that you really want to be, working in, you have to record, track, and verify 7 very specific things that I like to call your daily admin. Let's go over them. It starts off with sales by category. That's food, bottled beer, draft beer, wine, liquor, merchandise, NA bev. Don't care what order they're in. We need to look at them as separate categories. It's not just food and beverage. Why? This translates to helping us predict purchasing. How much can I purchase when it comes to food, bottled beer, draft beer, wine, liquor? It's extremely important. It helps us with accurate cost of goods sold. By tracking gross sales by category, I can have accurate pour costs, bottled beer, draft beer, wine, liquor, food costs, right? NA bev by category. This is extremely important. We need to be tracking our comps and discounts. Now, this on a daily basis ensures we've got cash controls because we expect these sales and gross sales, but then we have a discount which says, hey, we don't expect that amount, right? Subtract this. That's how much money we expect in the bank. So that's extremely important. We need to track your account payable deposits. What are those? Well, they can be classified as gift cards sold. In most states, we're going to say that a gift card is not a sale because most states have sales tax, so it is not taxable. It's money we're holding that when they swipe the card, when it's used, then it becomes a sale, right? One of those categories goes up, but we're not bringing in the cash. Well, we brought it in earlier. That's when we sold the gift card. So remember, we had our gross sales, we reduced the comps, and then we added in the gift cards that we sold, that were purchased, and we expect that cash. We took in a catering deposit for a catering in the future, a wedding a year from now. I should expect that cash. Oh, we collected sales tax because that's not a part of sale. I expect that cash. So now by having gross sales, reducing our comps and discounts, and adding these accounts payable deposits, if you will, we know how much money we should be bringing in on a daily basis. That way, we can ensure our cash is making it there. Now, to verify the cash part, we start with a cash deposit, but this is not, and I stress this is not the point of sale system, what it says your cash is due. I might put that into my spreadsheet right away, what I call my DSR tracker, to make sure I balance, but then I'm actually putting my actual cash deposits. Why? Servers, if you're using server banking and you're a full service restaurant, they're even or over, they're never under. Bartenders, over, under, $5 per set of hands in a drawer. So I almost never hit ideal, there is no over short, right? My ideal bank deposit. But based on my server's overages, my bartender's overs and unders, I should be balancing to whatever that math says that over short should be. This ensures my money makes it to the bank. I cannot tell you how many members that I've talked to that have been embezzled by a bookkeeper, by a manager. You've got to be paying attention to this and tracking it. Well, credit card totals by brand, right? Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Discover Card, any other credit card services you might have in your area that you're taking. I need to make sure that money came in so it matches what my cash due is, but also to ensure the credit card companies are getting me my money. I can tell you a horror story. When I was a restaurant manager and operations manager at Coyote Springs, I'm so old, there was a company called Diners Club, and that was a credit card. Well, they had not given us $21,000, but I didn't discover it for a year later when I moved in that position and reconciled 2 years worth of books. That's frightening. We need to be tracking house accounts. So that's any form of payment that you're not really taking a form of payment in money. Things that you've set up. Maybe you've got trade. You're in a trade system, so you're able to get couches and tiling and all these things in exchange for your services, your food, your beverage, and you exchange with gift cards, if you will. But no money ever leaves. So when they swipe that trade or bring in that coupon, whatever it may be, it's money, but not in the true sense of money. We want to have a bucket to show that that's what it was used. That was the tender that was used to pay for it. You might have partners or yourself that instead of comping, you're gonna say a part of your benefit is you get to bring up, if you will, food up to a certain amount of money, and you want to track it. Well, house accounts or things like that will take care of it. And I will tell you, house accounts also have become something new nowadays, and those are the third-party delivery services, right? We may be tracking all those because we don't get that money today, we get it later. But we want to show we tendered payment. Now, we're going to track our accounts payable used. You remember those gift cards sold and those catering deposits? Well, now we're going to use them. So now we're going to have this great system to track a gift card that was sold and when it was redeemed until it gets to zero. We're going to redeem when the cat's party put $1,000 deposit in, and a year later, we're using it as a part of their tendered payment, and we can keep track. We know that it was money we collected it was in the past, I should say, for future use. Now, again, last but not least, there's this thing called paid outs. Money that you use from the bar drawer or cashier drawer. That you might have chef says, I need to go buy tomatoes, and grabs $10 from the drawer. The bartender, opens it up and hits the most expensive paper in your restaurant, goes da 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 da, rip, and says $20 chef, and chef signs for it. And when chef comes back with a receipt and change, they exchange. So that receipt is as good as money in the drawer. And that's important. Again, we're trying to balance our gross sales minus discounts plus our accounts payable that were deposited. And then we've got our cash as expected with basically all our MasterCard, Visa, and so on, our house accounts and all the paid outs, as well as any accounts payable used, and they should equal within the level of over short from our servers and bartenders. Now, this is incredibly important because number one, it ensures all your money makes it to the bank. You can check your POS report against your DSR tracker, against what actually hits the bank, and you can see very easily, within a moment, a day, that your money is safe. And last but not least, we started this, we wanted good numbers. Garbage in, garbage out. Let's change that. Let's have good numbers to calculate our cost of goods sold by category: food, bottled beer, draft beer, wine, liquor, NA bev, merchandise. Let's have the right numbers, the accurate numbers to calculate our labor costs by position. Let's be able to have cash flow planning that makes a difference, that we never stress that we have money in the bank and that we can make our payroll. See, this approach for managing your restaurant's health ensures you are using good numbers to get good results. If you're tired of not being able to leave your restaurant because no one else knows how to run it, I want to make sure you know it doesn't have to be that way. You can leave your restaurant. It is possible to build a team of people who know how you want the restaurant to run. With these trained and responsible people in place, you can give yourself time away. What would you do if you had time away from your restaurant? Would you sleep better? Would your relationships improve? Would you feel more relaxed? These are all things you deserve to experience as a business owner. It's why we own our own businesses. If you would like to learn how to own a restaurant that doesn't depend on you to be successful, click the link in the description to watch a free training course that teaches you exactly what you have to do. Also, be sure to subscribe to get my weekly tips and watch these 2 videos to get more information and guidance for running a successful restaurant.